All right. Good morning. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of almost 20,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with the overriding goal of putting together trade plans. Let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results, but please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Hey, my name is Wayne. Yes, and I put ground up bone marrow in my coffee, or ghee, or whatever goes into ghee. Yeah, for sure, eh? But I also trade currencies, so either you're on a keto diet or you trade currencies or both. And if so, we have common ground. Good to see you. So we will look at dollar pairs, yen pairs, Swissy pairs. We'll look at gold, oil, Bitcoin, and then we will call it a day. If you're in my swing trading group or my day trading group, we will be meeting in the swing trading room at 4 p.m. this afternoon to plan out all of April. Great. So that's really good. So anyways, for everybody that's gathered here today, ask questions, get involved. I'll do my best to answer your questions. Check your negativity at the door. If you're a spammer, we're not interested in your crap. Cool. And that's about that. If you need extra resources on your journey we call Forex, well, in the description below the video, you will see a link to my chart templates, a link to my book, a link to my free training courses, a link to my paid training courses and live teams, and a link to tradersway.com, which is, in my opinion, a trustworthy and ethical business. And they're in the business of providing execution services for retail foreign exchange traders, aka they are a broker. And they'd love an opportunity to earn your loyalty and respect like they earned my loyalty and respect. And they love the fact that we provide education every single day because they actually want a trader that can be patient, disciplined, and conservative, and maybe actually survive and actually then thrive and actually trade a live account for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. Most other brokers hope that you put $500 into the account, blow it up and go away, and they keep the $500. That's not the case at Traders Way. They believe they're in a symbiotic relationship with you. Your success becomes their success, and that's why I'm here. Plus, I'm smart, I'm beautiful, and the best thing about me is my modesty. Tradersway.com. Do they have subtitles? No. Okay. Let's see what's on your mind. Boop, 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 boop. Dre says, got my ears lowered. Really? Good, I guess, right? Were they too high? All right, so almost 40% want Piggy. How interesting that. Great British Pound, then Aussie, then Euro, then Bitcoin. So let's go in that order. We'll start with Great Big Pig. We will change this template to, I don't know, what do we want? Daily? Okay, we'll open that up. Actually, it would be nice if there was one with a watermark. Do any of these have watermarks? Which template has a watermark? How come they don't have watermarks? There we go. All right. So this is Great British Pound versus the Kiwi. And we got some up moves. Up moves because we have hit our weekly target. Our weekly target was the bottom here. So if you look at a typical swing trade in this scenario, okay, that actually says lower than we are now. Doesn't have to. Like, this is the conservative target, but this says that's an aggressive entry. So very often you get a more aggressive target, which is below where we are now. This would have been the conservative entry up in here. conservative entry would give you a conservative exit. But, you know, it doesn't have to go lower. But you could plan on it going lower. So, right, you could do one of these things. Down, up, roll reversal, down, and then maybe clean up. Okay? But the reason that area is green is there's more emphasis on up than down. However, this is currently a downtrend. So therefore, you got to be careful. It won't become bullish until really you kind of go higher. Or you change the time frame from a 30M to a 1H, for example, and you got to get the 21 above the 55, which means you actually have to have price come up, and then you'd have to have price come down, and that's really a swing trade for next week. So, interesting. Taking a look at pound Singapore dollar, let's drop into a 15-minute chart. Looks like there's some up here. Great. Okay, there's been a lot of downward pressure on this for a couple of days. So there's down, stabilized exactly on a monthly pivot point, up, consolidate, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then a big boom, a big rebound. So the question is this a double bottom? I don't know, but this is the current resistance area. So if we can get price above, dipsy-do, above, dipsy-do, maybe we get a change of direction, at least on a 15-minute chart, which would lead to a change in direction here on an hour. Okay. And then you would see we'd be clearly above that 21, probably up in here, roll reversal on this area, and long for maybe next week. And I would probably move my stop from down here to maybe here or here, depending on how I feel about things. Currently, I'm in at 178, 178. And we're at, you know, right now we're at 179.30. So, you know, I was up a couple hundred pips. Now I'm only up 130. All right, cool. So if we can get a higher high, higher low, higher high, I'll feel a lot better about myself and my ears that apparently are too high on my head. According to Dre anyways. I'm like, really? That's so hurtful. That's so hurtful. Anyways, support. Okay, this is looking for maybe, well, because pound is strong across the board, you'd think maybe something like that. I look at this and I don't see a trend, so I'm not really interested in trading it. You can have it, Jack. Just one more platinum plaque and then F-Rap, you can have it back. Pound Swissy. Okay, we're in this roll reversal area that we highlighted, I don't know, last week. Okay, I can't drag this across for some reason, but anyways, that's what we're looking at. You can see I highlighted that about a week ago. The idea is we were here. And I said, look, don't be shocked if it comes back. And then we'll probably consolidate here. And I said there's two plans where you're kind of buying a dip, if you recall. Or I said the other way is it comes down, it comes up, comes down, and comes up. And then you buy that dip. And so far it did dip. It just hasn't done much of anything. So this is pound Swissy. There's no watermark, but you can see there's a longer prevailing trend down, but maybe a change is coming, and we have this, and we have this. So you can see it dropped down, hit the pivot point, rallied up, came down. I bought the dip, and now I'm hoping for more buyings of dipses. Okay, I'm in at 122. We're at 122.85. So, you know, it's just, okay, shoot. So it's just, I need some up. I need some risk on, baby. Need some risk on. And then here's Johnny's breakout trade. Okay, came up, kicked off the 21, 4-hour 21, dropped it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Oh, is that what it is, trade? Oh, compliments on the haircut. What do you mean? Yeah, I love I love how cultural expressions don't translate into other cultures, right? And you're like, hey, I'm talking about my ears. I get it though. David says, hey, or is order book analysis level 2 price ladders? Is it just a gimmick? No. No. Okay. Anyways, great big pig. I guess I didn't do pound yen. I can go over to the yens and give you a pound over there. And still not at the top. Okay. You can see we had the up, 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 down, down, buy. This is a day trade yesterday. Last night's day trade was here. And it's modestly profitable. You might have got in around 159 and a half. We're at 160 and a half. So maybe you got a little 100 pips on that. And now you're worried about this. So you jam your stop. Okay. You jam your stop and you hope you get a break tonight or today. And tomorrow you head up to the next level. Yeah. Yeah, right, Johnny. I haven't been bringing up the yields, but yeah, obviously they're going up and up and up and up. Yep. David says, I'm trying to trade exclusively with limit orders. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that's great, David. In fact, what we call that is price action. Okay. So like this is, and I teach price action over and over and over and over. It's a base, the basis of how I trade. So when you have a higher high, okay, you look for a higher low. Okay. A day trader uses this as their buying zone. It's literally labeled bullish buying zone. So when you're up here, you say, oh man, I want to buy this. Right? Like let's do this. Let's just go to day trading. And that's all we have. Okay, cool. Actually, let's change this. Template, pivot points, daily confluence. No, shoot. Hang on. What am I doing? I only got 5 hours sleep, which just sounds actually like a lot, but position trading, what am I doing? Day trading. There we go. Day trading bullish bias. Holy smokes, eh? Oh, for sure. All right. So what I'm trying to get at, David, is, you're up here and it's the end of day. Okay. You just had this awesome day in the market and you're like, man, I want to get back in. Let me turn the labels on here. Bias pivots, midpoint pivots, true, and dash, pivot zones. I just didn't see the labels. Oh, it's interesting. You turn on that and it turns the labels on. So anyway, so you're up here and this is already drawn for you. And it says right here, this is where you want to buy as a bull for the day, for tomorrow. You just did this. You're getting ready to go to bed. This is Asia open. So you're like, okay, my pretty little chart says buy in that green zone. So you throw down a limit order and you go to bed. Wake up in the morning. Cool. Here's your next buy zone. So you either add one or you wait because it's not that profitable. You're only up 70 pips or something. And you're like, And look at this. Now we're trying to set here for tomorrow, but we haven't finished today. So maybe it'll come up here. And if you finish up here, this will probably be about there. If it's higher, it'll be higher. If it's lower, it'll be lower. Okay. So you can go back. This is Thursday. This is Wednesday. Okay. This is Tuesday. And this is Monday. So you're like, Wayne, okay, it worked Monday. It didn't give me an entry Tuesday. It worked Wednesday and Thursday. So I don't want to do it because Tuesday didn't work out. It was too bullish. I made too much money on my Monday trade. Yeah, I get you. I hear you. Every strategy has a flaw. Okay. So yeah, good with that. Did I do pound dollar? Well, we can take a look. I just happen to have euro dollar, but so let's just do that while I'm here. I have a trap on low. I have it on high, and unfortunately, because I'm a bull on this, I'm in right here at the bottom as I should be. But right now we're riding that 21 down, and shoot. Now I understand we have this going. I ain't blind, son. But the thing is, I'm playing the bottom of the range, and so I can be in here, and my second plan is have it break, have it come back, and I'm at this price, and the next one will be that price. Unfortunately, like these green zones, they're buying zones, right? They're buying zones. But I'm a bull and price is clearly down. So these buying zones are irrelevant. In fact, look at this. This is the beautiful thing about this indicator. I go to indicators and you change it to not bullish mode. Look at this. You can just change it to bearish mode. Okay, which means you have to make the determination. But imagine now you go into this market, you're a bear. Maybe you thought that was interesting, a rejection at that price. I don't know. But you definitely saw the drop, right? Obviously, that's going to get some bears in the market, right? Remember, bears don't actually sell higher highs. They sell lower highs. Is this a lower high? Is this a lower high? Is this a lower high? Oh my God. Okay. And this is tomorrow's lower high. So if it drops down, this is going to drop. And then let's say this is where we are at the end of today. This is going to drop and this is going to be tomorrow's sell zone, which means David would throw a limit order about here and have a trade plan that looks like that. Okay. Monday, Stanislaus says, hey man, Monday stinks in his book. You know what? Sundays and Mondays are probably the greatest trading day of the week. So whatever you don't like about it, I would chalk that up to maybe a gap in experience or knowledge. I'm not saying that to show disrespect to you. I don't know you, so I don't respect you, but I'm not disrespecting you. I don't know you. But the thing is, I know Sundays and Mondays are good. I know I could convince you. So it's almost exciting, right? You're like, wow, really? You don't like Mondays? Really? Holy smokes. Wow. Because I see it not as, I see it as an opportunity to help you improve. I think that's cool. I'm like, oh, I know exactly what you need. Cool. But you may just walk away and say, no, whatever, no, Mondays sucked. Okay, well, that's too bad. Okay, somebody asked about pig, and I didn't do pig. Okay, and this is where we are on the pig. Okay. Okay. Higher high. Higher low. Huh? What else would you be doing if you were a bull? Okay. Adjust this a little bit. Ma, 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 ma. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Bring it on down. Okay. So right now, as far as the last 24 hours, not much going on except a rejection here. Now back to the top of the range. So it comes down to, are you in this camp? If so, you got a plan for today and tomorrow. What's up, Danny boy? All of it, David. Okay, let me be clear. Okay, pivot points. Okay, that's about market. You got to understand the market. Down here is price. So I use what? Price action. What you might call market structure. Okay, structure. For market, I use 2155 EMAs. For price, I use 5 EMAs. 5.8 EMAs. For market, I use MACD. For price, I use stochastics. Okay? I'm using things to do particular things. I'm using these tools to analyze the market forces. What is the market doing today? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? Are we going up or going down? Very basic questions like that. What are we doing today? Are we going up? Well, that's a market question. If we've decided we're bulls, then we have to say, well, what price and what time do we buy it? Like, if you say you're bullish on the market, okay, great. You're a buyer. You're going to allocate. Great. Awesome. When and at what price? I don't know. Okay. So then that's where price action, moving averages, stochastics, all that come into play. You're looking at technical analysis to tell you what time and what price. So the price is here and the time is at the bottom of the chart, right? That's all this chart tells you. Price and time. Great. So let's say I want to buy this. I'm a bull. I've decided I'm a bull. Maybe I did that on a 4-hour chart. Cool. So now I got it trapped and I'm like, well, what price and what time would I like to buy it? Well, if it makes a higher high, then I'm going to look for a higher low somewhere around 1.32-ish, let's say, ish. Okay. It's actually 1.3222, but whatever. And so now, when is it going to do that? Oh, see, I don't know. But now I know if it makes a higher high, then I would like to buy a higher low somewhere around 132. So the next thing is, if it does the higher high, then I can throw down a limit order. And now I can even take out the idea of when, because it's still, if it comes down to 132, you're going to buy it. And that is what you expect. You drop your stop down here, and you walk away. You see? And now you don't even know the time, but if it does, then you get it hit and then it'll put in, but that's all great. Okay, done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, great. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to do some commodities. David, I just explained it. How do you prevent getting chopped around? Just the way I showed you. You're not even in front of your chart. You buy it based on your trade plan. If you've walked away, you're not even watching it. You wait, you come back 12 hours later and you're like, oh man, that worked out. Great. My WTI. Okay. Getting closer and closer and closer and closer to a top, or a double top, we should say. retrace back to 95. Now we're up, 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 down, down, up, 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 down, down. So we did this yesterday. Now, if I drop into like a 15-minute chart, let's say, okay, remember 2 days ago, I did the apex. I said, if it breaks this way or if it breaks this way, I said the closer to the apex, the more you can believe the breakout. If it breaks out way out here, it's more likely a fake out. But if it breaks close to the apex, you're a believer. So you want the up, 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 down, down, buy idea, or down, up, down. That okay? So it broke to the upside. So we were here yesterday, higher high. So this is what I said. Don't get mad at me, right? And then I drew this. La 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 la. Okay, so right, you could be up here. You throw down a limit order and you're done. You did it yesterday. You're in it today. You're done for today. There's nothing more to do. It's either going to work its way up or it's going to work its way down. So maybe you jam your stop at break even and you're zero or hero. Okay. Gold. Okay. This is what I drew yesterday. We were here. Look at this. Down, 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 up, up, and right. Pachow. Well, it's coming down now. Well, I don't know. What am I going to do about that? But you might be in here. Once again, yesterday you could have thrown down a limit order on the roll reversal, and now you're in it, and now you're very dissatisfied with this bearish candle, but at least your stop's at break even. So now you're just like, hey, man, praying don't hurt. Cool. Cool. It's only technical analysis. You can see it's an important level, though. If we can breach this, okay, if we can hang above here, then it could be an important technical change in direction, because this would be a double bottom with a higher high. Okay, so that sets up a higher low for next week, and we'd be on the move. Oscar Mike. Going to Bitcoin. Hey, looks like a trend, y'all. Can you see what I've been preaching? Okay, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, but you notice it's not just a higher low. We also call this a roll reversal. What used to be resistance is now support. So now we're playing off this zone, and at some point this might make a new higher high. And what are you going to do in the future? Okay, if we're up here, let's say we're on our way to 44, then it's going to come back to 43, give you a higher low / roll reversal, and you're here. Now, let's say you're a bear. Okay? An aggressive bear is going to sell this, because remember, bears cannot sell that. That's called a higher high. A bear can sell, okay? A bear can sell a double top. It might not be an amazing idea, but you can do it. Okay? Now, if we break this roll reversal, remember, it was resistance, then it became support, but it can go from support back to resistance. And so bears can sell here, pachow. Bears can sell here, pachow. So you have to ask yourself, how much conviction do you have for the double top versus what about you have conviction for the double top, but you still think it's a bit risky. So you let it make a lower low and then you sell the lower high. How much conviction do you have after a break of support, lower low, lower high after a double top? Okay, we call that a 1, 2, 3. 1, double top. 2, lower low. 3, right, roll reversal. Cool. That's what this is. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It all depends on what your bias is because it's your filter through the noise. Okay. Quickly looking at dollar pairs. Okay, again, euro getting caught there. We already did pound. Aussie is just still elevated. I think what you need to do is watch the 21, and it is vulnerable because if this breaks this way, what do you get? 1, 2, 3. I just went for it. I just did it. Double top, 2, lower low, 3, roll reversal. So you watch this. If we're down here today, later today, then tomorrow's trade plan will be sell the roll reversal. And we would call that the roll reversal. Oh my God, it's so easy. Okay, kind of like this one. This one didn't work out perfect. It did make the higher high, but it has dipped back below. And there could plausibly be a similar setup. We call that head and shoulders. One of the things that shows you that this could plausibly set up as a reversal pattern is that we have breached the 618. So in my book, I say a 382 is a aggressive retracement, meaning not that the retracement is aggressive, but it's an entry for an aggressive bull. I said a 618 is a conservative entry for a bull. And I said a 786, which is where we are now, is not a retracement. It has the potential to instead be a reversal. So because of that, you're going to look for a lower high, lower low. Okay, I wrote that in my book in 1927, predicting the Great Depression and the stock market crash. Okay. Anyways, if you're a bear, you got to be looking for that, huh? Okay, that's my thoughts anyways. Bulls would just be saying, well, I don't know what's going on, but I want that 4-hour 21. Great. Well, that's the other reason I already have this marked for you. Okay. So if you're a longer term bull, cool. You're probably, I don't know, 12 hours from now, you might be looking for the up on the roll reversal. What's the difference? Your point of view. USD Kitty Cat, I've been needing this to come back. It's been too bearish, even though I'm a bear. And one of the things I'm looking at now is this lovely, right? Lovely little setup of maybe, and that's your kitty cat play. Watch oil. One last thing before we go. Let's do exotics. South African Rand is Oscar Mike through the target. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, South Africa. That's good news for South Africa. Yeah. Rand going up again. Very nice. We spent, almost the entire year. Here's the beginning of the year. Oops, let me redo this. Here's the beginning of the year. That's the very first week of January. And we've moved sideways January, February, March. And now we're moving in this direction, which is great because I've been predicting somewhere around the end of March, USD weakness, which would push this pair down. And it did nothing for the entire 3 months. Statistically. I mean, it did something, but what did I say? I said US dollar up until the end of March. Then I said US dollar down at the end of March. So maybe they were both strong, taking turns back and forth, both strong, both strong, both strong. And now let's say nothing has actually happened to the South African Rand, but all of a sudden, just out of the blue, who would have thought? USD weakens and boom, we got ourselves a breakout and potentially a new range. Sweet. Wouldn't that be great? Meanwhile, over on the peso, I think I'm now up 600 pips on this trade. So it's working out, pretty good. I got my stop at break even now. It's all right. It's going all right. As they say, the first 600 pips are the hardest. And we're right here. Tiptoeing on a razor blade. We'll see if she breaks, huh? Then we can get serious. Okay, a breach of that gets us all the way down, at least to 20. But you can see really 19 and a half is the bigger issue. And I'm in at 21 and a half. So if it drops to 19 and a half, my oh my, okay, that $1,000, right? That $1,000 investment turns into a $10,000 return at this point. Right here, it's $6,000. From here to here, $6,000 profit. Yeah, boy! So that would be great. But we got to get through, huh? Got to get through that little piece of pie right there. Cool. So I just want to look one more time because actually I've forgotten, which is kind of funny. I want to double check how I'm doing on the Singapore dollar. Okay, that's right. So roll, reversal, roll, reversal, roll, reversal, roll, reversal. I was hoping for up off of this. So last night I was hoping to see this morning. Right? And so I don't like this, but I like the response the market had. Obviously, there were orders there. As soon as we got down, as soon as we hit my support line, obviously there were orders there. So market popped back up and we're trapped here. So yeah, so I'm not freaking out yet. It'll probably do one of these things for me. Down, up, or up, down, and then up this way. And like I said before, I'll be able to move my stops. Patrick, I do not give you trades. So if you're like, so you asked me, Wayne, are such trades part of the boot camp? No, it's educational. Okay. You will not learn anything if you don't practice making your independent decisions. Okay? I'm telling you. You can watch all the videos in the world, but if you don't practice making decisions based on the information, it's worthless. So if, as an educator and mentor, if I said, hey, do this, this is what I'm doing, well, then you wouldn't learn jack. What's the point? You're not paying me enough money to make your financial decisions for you, right? So forget that. Okay? But I will teach you everything I know, and I will, and sometimes I'm probably a little too honest, but I open up with the group and I talk about my vulnerabilities and my decisions that I'm struggling with and what I'm going through to make these decisions and the things I'm contemplating and past experiences, not just current situation. And I really try to sort of regurgitate everything out onto the table for you to sort through all the mess. Right? But to me, I don't care what the decision is. But I love the conversation around how you make the decision. What was the logic? What was the variables? Okay? What process are you going through? What are you thinking about? What are you including? What are you excluding? And then how do you set it all up? That is the true part of trading. Okay? And you can use different tools than I use. You can add things, you can delete things. It's all good. The only process of creating value is the process of which you make decisions. So I don't care what tools and techniques you use. It's the process of making good judgments using real analysis. Yes. So Patrick's like, yeah, I mean the learning part, that's the whole kit and caboodle, man. So that peso trade, there's boot campers that have better entries than that. That was pretty mediocre, that entry. Okay. Okay. I think Victor and Lucas and Mike, I think, they're all in better positions than me. My trade's mediocre. Yeah. So anyways, that just happened. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. I hope there were a few gems in there today. I hope this was a good use of your time. Hey, if you don't mind, could you leave a comment and maybe a thumbs up? Tell YouTube this is quality content. If you're in my live trading group or my swing trading group, I will see you in the swing trading room at 4 p.m. to set up next month's trades. And for everybody else, I'll see you in the morning. Have a great Thursday. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. That just happened.